Hi travelers, and welcome back to my channel. If you aren't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you'll be notified for when I post new videos, and let's get on with the video. So today's video, we are going to be talking about the mistakes that people make while going through airport security or at the airport. I obviously travel often, and if those of you who have traveled often can probably agree with me that there's a lot of mistakes that you see every single time that people make while going through airport security or doing anything else at the airport. And I am here to help you all out and tell you what you should or shouldn't be doing at the airport and maybe make things a little bit easier for you all. So let's start off with the first mistake that people tend to make. So I see this mistake all the time, and that is when people don't show up to the airport in time. So what I usually go by is an hour and a half before domestic flights and 2 hours before international flights. Obviously, you guys can tailor that to which airport you're going to be at. If you're going to LAX, you're probably going to get there a little bit earlier than you would go to at a small town in Kentucky, or whatever the case is. And you just have to make sure you get there in time, because you never know what could happen. There could be some kind of holiday that you've forgotten about, or it could just be a really busy day to travel, maybe for business people and etc. And the security line is extremely long, and that's what's gonna get you and what's gonna have you miss your flight. So make sure you get there on time, and even if you have to get there even more early, just to make sure that you get through the line, it's better to sit at the airport waiting for your flight than worrying through the security line whether you're gonna make it on time. So I always just suggest to people, make sure you get there on time, and everything usually goes smoothly. And that is going to segue into my second thing, which is be ready for the security line. I can't even tell you how many times I've seen people go through the security line with bottles of water that are filled up, with belts, with all sorts of stuff on. And I understand if you've never gone through security before, you probably are really new at it and you don't know what all there is to do. But make sure you read up or read the signs before you get to the front of the security line. On the signs, it tells you to take your belt off, take your jackets off, take your laptops out, all that stuff. And I hate to be so rude, but a lot of people are probably gonna judge you if you're making the line stop and you're holding people up. I obviously am a little more accepting, but there's a lot of people that aren't, and I don't want people to be hateful towards you, and I also just don't want to be stopped myself. I think I can speak for a lot of people when I say that it makes it a lot easier if people just know what they're doing through the lines. And that's why I suggest to read up, know the rules, what you can or can't bring on the plane and through security. And I also want to talk about our third rule, which is don't overpack. That is one of the worst mistakes you can make on a plane. Make sure you don't overpack. You really don't need all those clothes, I promise. So our fourth and fifth mistakes are going to go hand in hand, and our fourth mistake is being polite to the airport workers. There are so many times when I've seen people where they're being rude to the airport workers and the security workers and all those people, and honestly that's not going to get you anywhere. It's extremely annoying. So try to work with people if there is something going on. Most of the time, of course there's always those customer service people that shouldn't have a customer service job, but for the most part, customer service people are very kind. They've had a hard day. They've had to speak with so many people, especially if a plane is delayed or canceled. So be patient with people, because that is going to get you a lot farther. Okay, so we're down to our last two mistakes, and the sixth mistake is not bringing food in an airport, because I've seen it so many times where I've gone to an airport terminal and there's absolutely no food in that terminal, and that sucks because obviously you're hungry, you're sitting and waiting. Travel can be really long. you can miss meals, all sorts of things, and it's the worst if you don't bring food. So yes, you are more than welcome to bring food on an airplane. I just put my food in my backpack, send it through security, and all is good. So I really suggest to bring Nutri-Grain bars, chips, whatever. But definitely bring food on an airplane to an airport. You'll thank me later. The 7th mistake that I see people make all the time is posting a picture of your airplane ticket and then posting it onto Instagram. A lot of people don't know this, but that's actually really not a good idea. It's very dangerous, and if someone got a hold of that information on your boarding pass, there's like a code on there where people can get in and change your whole itinerary and even switch it to somebody else or whatever the case is. It's a really big security problem. Obviously, I see some people do it. There's like a right way and a wrong way to post your airplane picture. You definitely don't want there to be a security problem with your, any kind of passes or anything like that. So definitely just don't go be posting pictures on your Instagram of your tickets. There's really no need for it. You can post a picture of something else, I promise. You'll still get as many likes, but it's mostly just a security thing. That's a mistake that can be easily fixed. So that's it for today's video. I could probably go on and on about people that do mistakes and make mistakes on an airplane or at an airport, but that is all the time I have for today. If I didn't mention something but you guys think it's worth mentioning, definitely comment down below. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know if you guys never thought of any of these or you learned something new. And give this video a big thumbs up if you learned something new today. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye and happy travels.